Hello, it's June. So, I know after taking like a really long break, I figured, hey, I could maybe do another book club. I haven't decided which book I want to do it on yet. So maybe I should just list the books that I've read in the past few months. Date's not really. November. What? The last time I posted a book club was in November? That's insane!
Books I've read in 2017.
Since November, I've read a lot of books. That is Shooter by Carolyn Pignat, Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King, Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, and it was a second read. I read it for the second time because I really love that book. And the same goes for Milk and Honey by Ruby Kaur. And there's 12 Days of Dash and Lily by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan, Howl by Allen Ginsberg, The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace, Demigods and Magicians by Rick Riordan, and Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. That's 9 books after November.
Books I've read in 2018.
And that includes Camp Half-Blood Confidential by Rick Riordan, Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace for a second time. I Wrote This For You, Just the Words by Ian S. Thomas, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, Wings of Fire the graphic novel by Tweety Sutherland, Wings of Fire the 10th book in the entire series by Tweety Sutherland, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, Pillow Thoughts by Courtney Peppernell, A Court of Frost and Starlight, which I was so excited for, by Sarah J. Maas, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens by Becky Albertalli, Ligaya by Mignon Nat André Paulet. It's a French book, I had to read it for French class, it was... The Grim Legacy by Polly Schulman, and currently reading Autobiography by Christina Lauren.
This month's book.
I think I'm gonna go with Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. And maybe I'll make it a duo and do Simon vs. the Homo Sapien Agenda by Becky Albertalli, because both of these books were turned into movies recently, and I was really looking forward to watching both of those movies, and I did, and they were so good.
Ready Player One by Ernest Cline.
This book was recommended to me by one of my friends, and apparently it's the only book he's ever read, so I sort of had to read it. So when I picked it up, I had high hopes for it. It seemed like a little bit out of my regular reading patterns, but it was really good. The 80s pop culture references in this are insane. If you're an 80s fanatic, this is a must read. The creator of The Oasis, which is this video game that literally everybody practically lives in, dies and leaves the control of the game and his entire fortune to one person who can find 3 keys. He has hidden a massive Easter egg within his video game. So the story actually follows a boy named Wade Watts under his username Partsival in the Oasis as he tries to find the Easter egg. And it's just that whole story of how they're finding everything, and it's really, really cool, and I don't want to give any spoilers.
Snippet reading.
In the year 2044, reality is an ugly place. The only time teenage Wade Watts really feels alive is when he's jacked into the virtual utopia known as the Oasis. Wade's devoted his life to studying the puzzles hidden within this world's digital confines, puzzles that are based on the creator's obsession with the pop culture of decades past and that promise massive power and fortune to whoever can unlock them. But when Wade stumbles upon the first clue, he finds himself beset by players willing to kill to take this ultimate prize. The race is on, and if Wade's going to survive, he'll have to win and confront the real world he's been so desperate to escape.
The movie.
So yes, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline was recently adapted to film by Steven Spielberg, and I saw the movie after I finished reading the book, and it was so good. Both the movie and the book were amazing. And one of the best parts about it is actually they changed the movie quite drastically, actually, but it was a good change. It was really interesting. It kept me on my toes, and it wasn't anything bad. It's not like Percy Jackson where they changed the entire plot. That was terrible. I hated Percy Jackson movies. It's like they changed things just enough to keep the people who read the books on their toes, and it was so good like that.
In conclusion,
my lighting has slowly disappeared, and that's because I had to eat supper. That's Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. It was so good, and it had me captivated in this world, in this video game world, even though I'm not a massive gamer. Like, I play Sims. That's it. I don't know. It was a really fun read. Kept me on the edge of my seat. Very action-packed, and it was fun. It was so much fun, and getting to know the 1980s and all those pop culture references. Like, my school's sort of big on that for some reason, and I found myself relating a lot to it.
bonus book. Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli.
So, another movie that recently came out is Love, Simon, and it was a really good movie. My policy of wanting to read the book before watching the movie stood with both of these books, and so I read Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli pretty recently. And it's so cute. It's kind of like the polar opposite of Ready Player One. Whereas it's still sort of young adult, still teen, whatever, I don't know. But it's about a guy who's closeted gay. It's a romance, first and foremost. And it's this closeted gay who finds out that there's another gay at his school who's also closeted but anonymous. So they start emailing back and forth, and it's really cute the way Simon Spear, the main character, relates to all of this. But yeah, someone finds his emails with Blue and blackmails him. And it's sort of terrifying. But it's really cool to see all of Simon's different ideas of who's Blue? Who's Blue? Is this Blue? Is that Blue? And then going through all of the possibilities, all the little clues he leaves. And it's really cute. It's not like it kept me at the edge of my seat. It's not like one of those books where it's action-packed like Ready Player One. It's so different, but it's like an easy read. It's a contemporary romance, and those books are very easy reads for me most of the time.
Snippet reading number 2.
16-year-old and not so openly gay Simon Spear prefers to save his drama for the school musical. But when an email falls into the wrong hands, his secret is at risk of being thrust into the spotlight. Now, Simon is actually being blackmailed. If he doesn't play wingman for the class clown Martin, his sexual identity will become everybody's business. Worse, the privacy of Blue, the pen name of the boy he's been emailing with, will be jeopardized. As his email correspondence with Blue grows more flirtatious every day, Simon's junior year has suddenly gotten all kinds of complicated. Simon has to find a way to step out of his comfort zone before he's pushed out, without alienating his friends, compromising himself, or fumbling a shot at happiness with the most confusing, adorable guy he's ever met.
In conclusion,
so yeah, Simon is sort of sarcastic, really funny, and so hopelessly in love with this Blue that it's really fun to watch this, read this, because when you read, it's kind of like a mental movie. It's really cool.
in conclusion, for the whole video.
So yeah, those are 2 movies that recently came out, and the books that go along with them are amazing. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. Really good books. I hope you enjoy them /read them.
Thanks for watching.